Obviously, there's a societal and cultural side of it where I guess it's what other people do, so people, I guess, get involved because, everyone else is doing it. But if you were to put your finger on like a root cause as to why you would say, above all else, this is probably why people get addicted to drugs and why it's such a huge problem. Do you have any idea what that would be?
I would say, I think the research says it is the amount of trauma, disconnection, loneliness, grief, all of those negative experiences that they have had is what creates the primary risk factors for them. Certainly, there is some also that is genetic. Part of that is that there's also been research done that the amount of trauma a person experiences can actually pass down genetically to their children and grandchildren. So even for children who are just being born, who maybe have not had their own traumatic
Yeah.
experiences, their genetic code is modified by the trauma of
Yeah.
previous generations, which is
Hmm.
crazy to
Yeah,
think
like a
about.
survival instinct almost. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is so complex. So then so some people are starting out with more sort of embedded experience of trauma. Then if they continue to experience more of that in their own childhood, it just compounds their risk factors, which, just to be clear, doesn't mean that everybody who has experienced trauma in their life is destined to become addicted to drugs at all. But that doesn't mean we can't really engage with risk factors. So we know risk doesn't mean you're going to do the thing or get the thing. It just means that we can be honest about the fact that there's just more risk there. There is um, more likelihood that that person, if they're exposed to drugs, is going to have an experience that's going to feel like it alleviates so much more suffering from them than maybe somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of pain there to alleviate in the first place. And so one person, might use heroin or cocaine or, marijuana or something like that. And they say, yeah, I've heard numerous people say, yeah, I used that one time, like no interest in that. That did nothing for me. It just made me feel bad or whatever. And then you talk to other people who say, I took this and it made me feel like for the first time in my life that all was right in the world. Or it made me feel for the first time in my life like I had been surrounded by this warm, soft hug. Or tell this story in the book. Somebody who is in recovery now from opioid addiction said, when I took opioids, it made the world look like it just had a rosy glow to it. This after years of him feeling like he never fit in, like he just didn't, the world was always he was always out of step with where the world was. And to suddenly, that's a powerful experience to take something and feel like things are right. And I belong here. And everything just looks good and right in the world. I think for those of us who haven't struggled with substance use, that's understandable for us, why that could be
Yeah, and
such a powerful
heartbreaking.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad to think that some people may go for so long without feeling that, that feeling.